What's going on, guys? My name is Cote, and what I got here is the very first episode in the little mini-series that I'm going to be doing, where I'm only using Kanto pokes against a bunch of people using guys from different regions. This is the first match against Scott, Pwnobi, TheAcousticKind, whatever you want to call him, and he is a monster, and I know that you guys aren't dumb. You can see the length of this video, and it's quite clear that this is going to be a very intricate, very long, and everything is going to have to be calculated, and every move is going to matter. It's just going to be a long stall of trying to get one turn of advantage. So let's just dive right in. He's got a Jumpluff lead, and I have a Sand Slash, so I'm not sure if he wants to sub or Spore first. I don't care. Sand Slash is probably the most useless guy on my team, so I'm going to let him get slept. Even though I didn't have anything to do, I stayed in, because I think my only attack on the Sand Slash is Earthquake, and since you had a sub, I can't Toxic it. So I get my rocks up, and now I got a Peace Out. So I go to Clefable because I know he can't Leech Seed me, because my Magic Guard ability, it means he just won't get any health back, and I won't lose any health, so Clefable is perfect to dodge the Leech Seed. He stays in to see what I want to do. I'm sure he was perfectly aware that that wouldn't do anything, and I Cosmic Powered. That's kind of a bluff. I'm not really trying to get up +6. At this point, I wanted to Encore him myself, but for whatever reason that I just decided not to. And now he's going to withdraw that thing, even though it has a sub, because there's nothing either of us want to do, and I'm going to withdraw my Clefable, predicting him to go into something to deal with Clefable. So I go to Zapdos, because whatever can deal with Clefable can't deal with Zapdos, and I wanted to Heat Wave so bad right there. I thought he'd switch into something that would take a Heat Wave, though, so I thought I'd go for T-Bolt, thinking he'd go into a Water type, and that really sucks, because I had a chance to get that one turn of initiative right off the bat, and I wasted it by going for T-Bolt. I absolutely should have Heat Waved there. I did not think he would U-turn. I thought he would just flat out switch, and that is a major bummer that's going to definitely hinder me in the long run. So I send my Clefable back in to deal with this Raikou. I can Encore him onto Sub or Calm Mind, and even if a +1 T-Bolt, that's not going to do very much to me. So that's what I go for now. I Encore him on Sub. Now I'm not too sure what he wants to do. Definitely I could Toxic, predicting a switch, but then again he might go into something like this, or he might go into Scizor, so I decided not to do that. I just switched right out myself and went to Dragonite. And now this is a really good predicament for me. Unfortunately, I'm too afraid of the Thunder Wave or something happening with this Blissey, so I wanted to switch out. Unfortunately for me, I should have stayed in, because it turns out it's Toxic and not Thunder Wave, and Toxic wouldn't hurt that Dragonite too bad. I would be able to get a decent sweep off. So in comes my Sand Slash. I was trying to burn turns of sleep, but it doesn't work out that way, and his Donphan is able to set up Stealth Rocks. So I went into my Slowbro because I could hit him with a Surf or something. I just went for Toxic, actually, and in comes the Blissey. So Toxicing Blissey is nothing. There's no point to it, because he has Natural Cure, and he'll just switch out when he decides he wants to. So I'll go to my Sand Slash now. I'm still trying to burn turns of sleep, because I wasn't aware of how sleep works in this gen. I wasn't aware that the sleep counter resets every time you switch out. So I thought this would be a great opportunity to try and burn a turn and then maybe Rapid Spin away his rocks. Unfortunately, it's not going to work out that way. In comes this Scizor, and he's going to take the Wish, and I also wasn't aware of how Wish worked. Now Wish Bliss, I think Wish Bliss is overpowered now, because it can heal everything up to pretty much 100%. I'm still staying in because Scizor can't hurt me too badly, and I definitely just want to burn turns of sleep. And in comes Raikou. So I know that thing's going to have HP Ice, and I know it's going to have Sub Calm Mind, and I do not want to let it set up, because that'll end the game immediately. So I have to go to Clefable before it's too late, and that's what I do. So I think he sets up a Sub right now, which, yeah, that's a good play. And even though his health is down low right now, he could still pass it a Wish, potentially with Blissey. And I'm going to take the T-Bolt. I know he doesn't want to Calm Mind, fearing the Encore, so I just went for a Cosmic Power so I don't get wrecked by T-Bolt too much. And I'll sit in here all day and get up +6 if I have to. Even though this Clefable doesn't have an attack, it's really just kind of weird. I should not have Toxic on this. I should have S-Toss if I'm going to try and Cosmic Power. So I'm predicting Scizor to come in, and he does, and I go to Sand Slash, still trying to burn turns of sleep, because I wasn't aware that it resets. So here in mid-battle, I'm thinking, wow, I got really unlucky with this sleep. I got like a 4-turn sleep. So I should have kept my Sand Slash alive because it's useful as sleep fodder, but no big deal. So we both snarf our leftovers, and I'm still trying to stand, and that was the 5th turn of being asleep. So I was like, I just got really unlucky. And then he gets a crit. I don't think I would have survived either way, so I don't think that mattered. I'm not too aware of what this Donphan can do. Obviously, it could have Ice Shard, which it turns out to, and I just went for a Roost. And oh my god, I got lucky there. He gets a crit again, which is lucky for him, and I got extremely lucky in the fact that my Zapdos lived at that 1 hit point. Otherwise, it would have been game over right there. So now I can HP Ice, I can T-Bolt, I can Heat Wave, I can do a lot of things. I'm not sure what he wants to do. Obviously, with Blissey still kicking around, I can't exactly do too much. So obviously my Dragonite's gonna have to take... I need my Dragonite to take out the Bliss, I need my Zapdos to take out the Scizor. So I definitely need to keep a few guys alive, for certain. So I'm gonna go into Clefable right now because... I really have nothing to do with this Blissey because I'm not sure what its 4th move is yet. I've seen Wish, it probably has Protect, and I forget what else I've seen on it. I think that's all it's done at this point, just Wish and Protect. So I went to Clefable, and then I thought, well, if he's just going to Protect, I'm going to go back to Zapdos and see if I can get up another Roost, because I lost that extra 25% on his Ice Shard crit. So I've definitely got to get the health back, and I'm not sure what he wants to do. And this is where I find out that he packs Toxic, because he actually Toxics my Zapdos. Or he doesn't, never mind, he just goes for another Wish. He's going to pass that to Raikou. That's what I'm thinking, he's going to pass that Wish to Raikou, so I've got to go to something that can deal with Raikou in Clefable, and that's exactly what he's going to do. So now that Raikou is sitting pretty again, it's back up to full, and so far I haven't even touched any of his guys. Like, all of his guys are at full health, and that's really frustrating. He's going to withdraw that and go into Donphan now, because Donphan can totally wreck Clefable. And since my Sandslash is dead, I can't exactly deal with Donphan unless I have Zapdos in. And because of his Ice Shard, I'm kind of scared to go to Zapdos. So Clefable's going to switch out, and I'm going to go to Slowbro, because Slowbro is a physical wall. It's going to be able to resist the Ice Shard. It's not going to take too much from Earthquake, and I can just slack off the damage. But he Rapid Spins, which is a good play, gets rid of my rocks, and any residual damage I would have had. So now I'm predicting him to switch because he doesn't want to take a Surf, so I'm going to go for a Toxic, and it's awesome because I get a Toxic on his Slowking. So this Slowking is a special wall, and I'm a physical wall, so I can't hurt this thing too much aside from Toxic, unless I get like a T-Bolt on it. Even then, a T-Bolt wouldn't do too much. So he's Toxic, and he switches out into Jumpluff. So right here, I'm not even sure. Like, obviously sleep is coming, so it just matters, like, what do I want to sleep? I went to Slowbro because I figured that was my most worthless at this point, because it couldn't really do anything to anything, and Clefable can still Toxic things if need be. So he's going to switch that out and go right back into Scizor. Obviously, I'm just going to switch out after I'm sleeping, naturally. I went to Clefable, though. Clefable can't take a superpower, so I'm going to go into Slowbro, and he makes a fantastic play, predicts that, and he just goes for a U-turn, and that just ruins my Slowbro. So, because it's asleep, I can't slack off, and I'm totally screwed. That was a great prediction by him, and that may give him the one turn that he needs to start dealing some damage to me. So I'm going to go to Clefable now, because that's my only real counter to this Raikou. Obviously, he could just bring in the Scizor now, and that would be super bananas awesome for him, which is what he doesn't do. He goes to Blissey, right? And then I switched out to Zapdos because I predicted him to switch into Scizor, because I've got to start hitting him with something. I wish at this point that I had gone to Dragonite, but unfortunately now it's too late. And it turns out that he has Heal Bell as his 4th move. So my Toxic stalling, which is the main source of damage on this team, is completely nullified if he has that. And now I'm not even sure what I want to do. I went for a Cosmic Power on his switch, and here, I know he's Choice Banded, but I still thought that I'd be able to live a Superpower for some reason, because it's not Stab. I should have went to Slowbro as Death Fodder, but then again, he would have been able to sleep something else on my team, and I don't have a sub or anything to dodge it. So, Clefable bites the dust when I really shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to go to Dragonite, and I've got to do something drastic here. So I've got to go for a Dragon Dance, but he's still got that stupid Donphan hanging around. He's still got Slowking. Plus Donphan Ice Shard. I figured that Ice Shard would probably take me out, because it is ×4. I got a crit there. I'm not sure if it mattered. It probably did. It probably helped. But then again, he probably... I don't know. I'm not sure. Who knows? He goes for the Ice Shard, and... oh my god, that did not hurt nearly as much as I thought. If I had known it would do that little, I would have went for a Dragon Dance on my first turn, and then I would have been able to... I don't know, maybe take out the Donphan, like 2-hit KO it. But then again, my Life Orb would have whittled me down, and I didn't have a whole lot going on there, unless the Donphan was dead. So, that really stinks, and now I gotta go to Zam, because that's my only thing that can really deal special damage, and he's gonna hit me with Ice Shard. It's not gonna do too much, because Zam does have some, I don't know, it has some bulk, it's not like it has 0 defense. And Donphan Ice Shard is unstab, and it's not too great of an attack, so... luckily my attack hits, and I went for Focus Blast, predicting the Blissey, and he brought in Scizor, which checkmates my Zam. I can't stand and hit it with Focus Blast, because it probably wouldn't kill. And, yeah. So, I go to Zapdos to take a superpower, but it turns out that he had used Pursuit, so, you know, that's as expected. I just went for T-Bolt, and since my Dragonite's dead, I have nothing that can handle this Blissey, so... at this point, I've pretty much lost the battle, and I know that I'm just gonna be really, really annoying for him to deal with. I'm just going to completely stall him as much as I can with my Zapdos, because I think all he's got left is like a Raikou, or the Raikou, and I'm not really sure what else. The Scizor, I guess. I only managed to take out like one of his guys, which really, really sucks. But you know, if I had a Heatwave to Scizor earlier on, I would have had a much better chance, because then my Clefable would have survived, and yeah, things just would have been totally different. I'm not going to do too much theory modding there, but we remarked after the match at how similar our teams were. Like, we compared my Zapdos to his Raikou, and Slowking, Slowbro, obviously. Clefable equals Blissey. And they were really similar. He just managed to get the one turn of advantage. I didn't capitalize on his mistake, the one mistake that he made really early on. But he managed to capitalize when I stayed in with my Clefable, because honestly, if I had switched out into the Slowbro to take the superpower and die, who knows what happens? You know, that was a great match from Scott. And I'm definitely looking forward to more. I've got I Am the Tai and Scizor and Dangerous 36 on the way. Hopefully, I haven't battled any of those guys yet. I just need to get on that. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and stick around for more in this series. I think it's interesting, so I hope you think it's interesting too, as I get wrecked by Max Raikou. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of this series. Hopefully, versus Hoenn. Who is Hoenn? Scizor. Hopefully versus Scizor. See you later.